2 days ago, I met up with a close friend of mine, and honestly, I was shocked the second I saw him. He didn't look like himself. His face was pale, his cheeks had sunk in, dark circles under his eyes, like he hadn't slept in weeks. He wasn't just tired, he looked hopeless. Not the kind of bad day hopeless like spilling your coffee on your way to work. No, this was the kind of despair where life feels like there's no lifeline left. I thought he might actually break, right there in front of me. And if you've ever seen someone that close to the edge, you know the air in the room changes. His family was falling apart. His job was going downhill. His health was collapsing. It felt like every part of his world was crashing all at once. And sitting across from me, he looked exactly like, you know when your laptop freezes because you've got too many tabs open. The fan is blasting, it's overheating, the screen is frozen. No matter what you click, nothing works. That was him, and in that moment, I thought to myself, what do you even say to someone who's drowning in despair? Stay with me for 60 seconds. At the end, I'll give you a 1-minute reset you can try tonight. No fluff, no hacks. Just something real you can use. And if you've been carrying something heavy lately, this isn't just his story, it's yours too. Normally, when I meet friends, I'll say the usual stuff. Hey, how have you been? How's work? How's the family? But this time, something inside me asked a different question. I looked at him and said, hey, did you sleep okay last night? And right there, his eyes watered up. He almost broke down. I realized a gentle question might be the only door still open. Say the wrong thing, and he could shut down. He said, honestly, I haven't slept well in weeks. And that's when it hit me. Maybe nobody had asked him that. In a long, long time. Nobody had checked in on the basics. So I told him, all right, man, today you're not drinking coffee. Forget the cold brew. Forget the soda. Let's get you a hot chamomile tea, something warm. You need comfort right now. He nodded. He didn't even care what he was drinking, because deep down, what he really needed was someone to just sit there and be with him. So we sat down, tea came out, and for the next 30 minutes, I just listened. He poured everything out. Work failures, family arguments, health issues, stacking on top of it all. And maybe you felt that way too, like every tab in your brain is frozen. And no matter how hard you try to click, nothing responds. And as he spoke, his eyes turned red, not from crying, but from the weight of holding everything in. You could see the pain in his face, even though not a single tear fell. And I knew in that moment, this wasn't a problem I could fix in a day. It's like when you're drowning in debt. There's no magic button that makes it disappear overnight. It takes time. So sitting in that cafe, I asked myself, what can I do right now to give him just a glimpse of relief? And then something popped into my head. Honestly, I don't even know why I asked it. I said, hey, let me ask you something. Have you ever been truly happy in your life? He looked at me like I was insane. Dude, are you serious? I'm miserable right now, and you're asking about happiness. But I pushed back, gently. No, really. Think about it. Was there ever a moment when you felt pure joy, and slowly, reluctantly, he started to think, well, when my first child was born. That was incredible. I couldn't sleep for days, not because I was stressed, but because I was so excited. Every night I'd just watch my baby breathing and think, wow, this is the happiest I've ever been. Then another memory came back. That trip we took to the Grand Canyon with my family. Standing there, looking out at that view, I felt alive. And then another, Actually, last week, someone I hadn't talked to in years messaged me just to ask how I was doing. And I didn't realize it until now, but that meant a lot. And as he spoke, I saw it happen. The change. His face, still tired, still worn, suddenly had color. His eyes lit up. The corners of his mouth lifted into a small smile. It was like watching the sun break through the clouds. For that moment, he wasn't thinking about debt, or family fights, or health problems. He was reliving joy. But here's the wild part. It wasn't the memories that saved him. It was what those memories did inside his brain. So I leaned in and asked him, "Do you feel a little better right now?" And he looked surprised. "Yeah, actually I do. How is that even possible?" And I told him, "Because your brain has a choice. It can drown in pain, or it can choose to grab onto joy, even if just for a moment. See, life doesn't stop being hard. Bills don't vanish. Work doesn't magically fix itself. But you don't need to suffer every single second of every single day. Your brain has the power to shift focus, to remember joy, to dream. And the wild part is, psychology has proven this. One Harvard study even found that people who spent just a few minutes visualizing positive memories boosted their mood more than 20%. When you recall happy memories, when you visualize positive moments, your brain actually releases dopamine, serotonin chemicals that make you feel better. It's not imaginary, it's real. That's why athletes use visualization. Basketball players imagine making the perfect shot, and when they step onto the court, they're more accurate because their brains rehearsed success before their bodies did. So why can't we rehearse happiness the same way? Try this with me right now. Think of one moment you felt safe. Don't overthink it. A kitchen table, a sunset drive, a laugh that made you tear up. Lock it in, breathe out, longer than you breathe in. 3, 2, 1. That tiny shift. That's your lifeline. I'm not a therapist, but every coach in America uses this. Quarterbacks run the play in their heads before they run it on the field. Free throw shooters see the ball drop before they touch it. The brain rehearses first, the body follows. Here's the truth. Some people are naturally optimistic. They're born with light spirits. But most of us, we're not. And that's okay, because optimism isn't just a personality trait. It's a skill. Think of it like the gym. You don't walk in once and expect abs. You show up consistently, day after day. It's the same with happiness. Every day you can choose, even for 5 minutes, to sit quietly and remember something good. Or to dream about something beautiful you want in the future. At first it might feel silly, but if kids can do it, why can't we? Think about it. Kids daydream all the time. They imagine being superheroes, living in castles, exploring magical worlds. And when they talk about it, their eyes light up. Their whole body radiates joy. We adults look at that and say, that's just childish imagination. But here's the thing, those kids are masters of happiness. They know how to immerse themselves in joy, even if it's only in their minds. Maybe we should stop laughing at them and start learning from them. So that day, I told my friend, look, I can't fix your problems today. They're too big, too real. But what I can give you is a path, a way forward. Every day, take a few minutes and deliberately remember joy. Practice it. Because if you don't rescue yourself, who will? That's what being an adult really is. Taking responsibility, even when it's exhausting. Saying, this is my fight. I will find my way. Because when you're lost, you don't need a miracle. You just need a road. And sometimes, remembering your happiest moments is enough to show you where that road begins. Now maybe you're listening to this, and you feel tired, burned out, hopeless, and I get it. Life gets heavy, but despair doesn't have to be 24/7. You can practice joy the same way athletes practice shots, the same way musicians practice scales. So here's my challenge for you. Tonight, before you go to bed, think of one moment in your life where you felt pure happiness. Close your eyes, replay it in detail. Let your body feel it again, and tomorrow do it again and again. Because joy isn't something you stumble on. Joy is something you train. If this helped even a little, drop one word in the comments, hope. Not a paragraph. Just hope. And send this to one person who needs a lifeline tonight. Not 10, just one. And if you want more resets like this, hit subscribe. I'll drop one every week.